Hi guys, I'm outside the Hawthorns with Paul from United Rantcast at United Rantcast. Paul, how you doing?
I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
I'm all good, but I don't forget about me. How was the game? What did you make of it?
It was all right. Like it wasn't. There were periods where we were excellent, and we have definitely got a collection of attacking players that somewhere in there is a devastating unit. Not on the pitch yet, but somewhere in the mix. I mean, when the team sheet was announced and you're thinking, oh, what's the system? It's a lot of different things it could have been. It's essentially like a 4-5-1 with Januzaj on one flank and Di Maria on the other flank and Van Persie up front. And in some ways, that's looking close to the sort of 4-3-3 system that we think maybe is a long-term option for Van Gaal. But the personnel aren't quite there yet. I mean, I know you're not a big fan of Januzaj as a wide forward, but I think he's got something there that could contribute, not as a winger.
I think in the 4-3-3 that, sorry to butt in on your FANCAM,
no, please do.
But in the 4-3-3 that Louis van Gaal wants to play as an inverted winger, I think he would work. But I think when we're playing this like 4-1-2-1 and he's further out, like Dean said earlier on his FANCAM, he has to cut into cross or he has to rely on the overlap to beat a winger, beat a fullback, and it's just not happening for him. And I think he needs to be in that final third or receiving the ball with space in front of him to run onto it. Yeah. I just feel like when the defender's in front of him, he hasn't got enough.
I think that might be valid, but I also think it might be very early days yet, because here's a player who exploded onto the scene, looked electrifying, looked our best attacking player for the whole of last season whenever he played, and then his position in the side is very uncertain now. Yeah. Everything's changed. The manager's changed. Whatever we think of Moyes, for Januzaj, he's the manager that brought him into the side. So maybe that means something. I don't know. That's not me saying Moyes should come back, by the way, just to be very clear. So I think that we have to be careful about our expectations. But anyway, when I saw the team sheet and you're seeing Januzaj and Van Persie up front, starting to think, that there is a kind of recipe for a lack of fluency there. There's also a recipe for potential enormous success. It could go very well, but it kind of went the other way. And Van Persie was unlucky, hit the post. But all in all, like Van Persie leading the line over Falcao, I'm presuming that's something to do with travel and all that kind of stuff, and fitness and managing Falcao. And we've got Chelsea next weekend and all that stuff. Although
Fellaini scored.
No, wasn't that lovely? I'm so happy for him. Like I'm not a big fan of him being a Man United player, but if he is, it's brilliant. If he's going to come on and do that, it was a fantastic goal too. And you know, he's had so much stick, and especially fans actually jeering him when he's got the ball. That's not cool. Not tonight, obviously, but so it's lovely to see him score. I was kind of happy for him. Although the person I came with was like, "Oh, we have swapped him for Axel Witsel." But you know, all in all, it was a massive relief that we got an equaliser against West Bromwich Albion, and that's not a great thing, is it? We should be a better side than them, but tonight we weren't. Maybe marginally, but you couldn't say they didn't deserve at least a draw.
It's all part of the work in progress that this Louis van Gaal side is.
Absolutely, because if you look at what's been addressed in the summer, it's an enormous percentage of the things that we needed to have addressed, considering it's only one summer. But it is only one summer and it's only a percentage. There's so much more to come from this side. And when we're playing well, when we're on the top of our game, you can see the kernel of a team that, you know, when Fergie started to build great sides again and it didn't quite click, like when we beat Wigan in the League Cup, and you see Rooney and Ronaldo there and it's like, oh, something might be about to happen here. And that's the feeling I get watching Van Gaal's sides. Something might be about to happen here.